Say something real quick. I'm glad to see Troy come back again.
Bring it out.
Troy follows. Troy is a Moor, and as we stated before, Moorish is actually another word. It's a Latin term for describing a man of color, just like Ethiopian, just like nigger, Negro. These are all words describing a color. It was identifying a people in a particular place, right? So let me have Isaiah 66 and verse 19. And we got the Zondervan Compact Dictionary and another historical piece of proof to show you that the Moors are actually Israelites. All right? You got that? Isaiah 66 and verse 19.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 19. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nations, to Tarshish.
To Tarshish, go ahead.
Pool.
And Pool. I want you to remember those two words, Tarshish and Pool. Let me have in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary the definition of the word Tarshish. All right. Now we know you've heard of Paul. Paul was an apostle that was sent to the Gentiles, right? You've heard Paul going into the land of Tarshish, right? Rush, read this.
The Zondervan book, the Zondervan Dictionary, definition of Tarshish, a son of Javan, great grandson of Noah, a place presumably in the western Mediterranean region, conjecturally identified by many with Tarshish, an ancient city located on the Atlantic coast of Spain.
Of Spain. Tarshish is the ancient biblical name of the land which is present they call Spain. All right, you with me? Now who ruled? Who ruled these places in the Dark Ages? From 193 to 1453. Who was it? Come on, Troy, you know. Okay, the Moors ruled, right? Which is the black people, right? A people of color, right? Read that again.
A place, presumably in the western Mediterranean region, conjecturally identified by many with Tarshish, an ancient city located on the Atlantic coast of Spain.
Of Spain. So Tarshish in the scriptures is the ancient name for what is presently called Spain, right? Read this. We're looking in the from Babylon to Timbuktu. Read that first part. Right here. Read the title above that. Yeah, right. Read that.
The expulsion of the Jews from Spain and Portugal.
Read that title again. You listening to that? Read it again.
The expulsion of the Jews from Spain and Portugal.
Okay, now read that top paragraph there.
It was AD 1492, January the 2nd, when the Moorish stronghold of Granada surrendered to the armies of King Ferdinand.
This is during the Renaissance period, right? When they were taking control. Remember King Ferdinand and the Queen Isabella. This is during the Renaissance period now. Say it with me. Go ahead.
Start right there. Yeah. Of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabel. For the first time since the year 711, all of Spain was in Christian hands. The decree to expel the Jews from Spain was signed on March 31st.
So it was a decree signed to expel them. Notice it said Moorish, and notice it said Jews. They were expelled from Spain and from Portugal. All right? Now, all that go right back to where you read in Isaiah 66 and 19, and then get 1 Chronicles 5 and 26. Troy, you're going to understand beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are the same people. All right? Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 19. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them unto the nation.
And it's talking about northern tribe, because our northern tribe, some of them came over to this side. Some of them fled and was in Samaria. Some of them was in Asia Minor in places called Ephesus, Galatia, Corinth. When you're looking into the New Testament, these are places where we were. Those letters that was written by Paul went to who? They went to the northern tribe of Israel. That's who they went to. They went to our people. All right? Read that again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 19. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape.
These are the northern tribes. Go ahead.
Those that escaped of them unto the nations.
Understand that those are the ancient names of Spain. Go ahead to 1 Chronicles 5 and 26. Understand, these are black people. These are people of color that is in this place. Now, we understand that the Roman Empire fell in 193 AD. All right? Here, we're going through the Renaissance period that started in 1453. By this time, 1492, understand that they had already completely taken over in the land of Spain. All right, Troy? Read that.
1 Chronicles chapter 5, verse 26.
Go ahead.
And the God of Israel.
The God of who?
And the God of Israel.
The God of Israel. The same Moors that were in the land of Spain calling themselves the original Spaniards. Read.
Stirred up the spirit of Pul.
Of Pul. Who was Pul?
King of Assyria.
The king of the Assyrians. Understand, after we came out of the Egyptian captivity, the northern tribe of Israel went into Assyrian captivity. That is how they were scattered into the area which is presently called Europe. Okay, read.
And the spirit of Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria.
Another king of Assyria, read.
And he carried them away, even the Reubenites,
even the tribe of Reuben, read.
And the Gadites,
and the tribe of Gad. Some of them were also over here. Both Reuben and Gad was right here on this side. Read.
Bring it out. And half the tribe of Manasseh.
Half the tribe of Manasseh. Manasseh is the Cubans. Understand? So we established we have 3 different tribes of Israel that was carried into that particular place. Read.
And brought them unto Halah.
So we established they were Israelites. Now we know that Paul, go to Romans chapter 15 and verse 24. Understand that Paul went to the Israelites that were scattered in these places. He did not go to heathen nations. He went to the Gentiles that were keeping the customs of the Gentiles. All right, read that.
The book of Romans chapter 15 verse 24. Whensoever I take my journey into Spain.
Into where?
Into Spain.
Paul is going to where?
Spain.
Go ahead.
I will come to you, for I trust to see you in my journey.
So Paul would not have been going to Spain to see a heathen. Paul was going to Spain to see his brethren.
That's right.
Now let me give you another little piece of historical information. The first slave ship to land on the coast of Jamestown came from Spain.
That's right.
The next slave ship came from France, from Germany, from Belgium, Romania, and the last ship to come over here came from Russia. Do you understand what I'm saying to you now? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. This is Bible prophecy. We're talking right now about the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
All right? Now, we're in a modern day where we have Google at our fingertips, right? You have a computer at home? Google what I've just explained to you and see if it's not right there. This is common knowledge. This is knowledge that has been hidden away from you because they separated us by calling us what? We're going to put this group of Negroes over here against this group of Negroes over here, right? When you got off of those slave ships, you went right on the auction block, just like the Bible said. And the signage that stood in front of you said Negroes for sale. It did not say more.
That's right.
Read what you have.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It's talking about a second time. We came out of Egypt, we was led out by Moses. But now it's talking about going into Egypt again. What does Egypt mean? Get that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What's another word for bondage? Let me hear you, Anthony. What's another word for bondage? Slavery? That's exactly what it is. Read it.
Read it again?
No, go back to Deuteronomy 28. Egypt is a word that is synonymous for bondage, captivity. Because what did we do when we got here? We went right into slavery.
That's right.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
A second time, Troy. A second time, Anthony. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So he said that he would bring us into this land of captivity again, but we won't be walking into the land of Egypt just like we walked in before. The method of transportation on this time would be ships. Is that not how we got here? Is that not how that happened? The Bible prophesied that this would take place. He said that the Israelites, that's talking about a whole, that's not talking about some of us. Okay? The Renaissance took place in Europe, where they took over the rebirth and regeneration of the white man coming back into power.
That's right.
All right? Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
It's talking about our homeland. It's not talking about Spain, France, Belgium, Russia, or Germany. But here it's talking about our homeland, which is Jerusalem. All right? Our homeland is not Africa. Our homeland is not Europe. These are places that we resided fleeing from the white man. Some of these places we were carried into these places as slaves, and then we stayed until this prophecy had to be fulfilled of us going into captivity again. Are you with me?
That's right.
Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
It says the Moors will be sold right here to their enemies, right here in this land, which is called USA, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
So what does that mean? Bondman and a bondwoman. What is that saying, Anthony?
Slave man, slave woman.
Exactly. That's what the scriptures is telling you. The scriptures is prophesied that this would take place. Did this happen? Did it happen, Troy? It did.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
It says no man will redeem you. That's a Quaker term. It says no man will redeem us from this captivity, because it's prophesied only Christ is going to be able to bring us out of the condition that we're in.
That's right.
But it's going to take us returning back to our nationality. Understanding that we have to keep God's commandments. That's the only way it's going to happen. Otherwise, you're going to be put to death right here in this land. Because the Most High prophesied He's going to destroy America with nukes. And as you see in the news right now, you're getting closer and closer to that every day. So it's high time that we repent, come back into our right mind, and understand who we are, and claim our actual nationality, which is Israel. You understand, Troy? You see? So again, you are an Israelite. We don't know what tribe you could be from, but give me Romans 8:16. The same curses that fit us are on you, just like it is on us. All right? You got it? Yes. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16.
Go ahead.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
So it's saying this Bible right here, the words of God, the curses that it said will be upon the nation of Israel in the last days, will bear witness with us. Go ahead.
That we are the children of God.
That we are the children of God. Us that came over here on the slave trade. Us that walking around with the slave master's last name.
That's right.
These signs are on us to let us know who we are in these last days. You understand that? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 46. Understand, this Bible is a true book.
Bring it out.
All right. Now here's another little piece of information for you. All right. There's a man by the name of Farad Muhammad. You ever heard that name before? He had 2 students. One of those students, his very first student, went by the name of Drew Ali. You call him Noble Drew Ali. He had a second pupil. All right? That is Elijah Muhammad. That came after Drew Ali. Farad Muhammad taught Drew Ali Moorish science. He taught Elijah Muhammad Islam.
Bring it out.
Okay, now I've explained to you before that all of these different religions and doctrines and philosophies all came from the so-called white man. That was taught to us in this captivity. So why would he do that? All that, we're going to come right back to that. We get Judah chapter 5 and verse 20. Now, you had Noble Drew Ali. There was Israelite schools all across North America. Are you aware of that? Okay, Noble Drew Ali went into those temples and he destroyed those people, and they were converted into Moorish. They followed Moorish science from that point on. Are you aware of that? Research it. Again, that's some history that you could Google that. Look up Noble Drew Ali, and you will see that he went into Israelite schools in the early 1900s and converted all of those Israelite temples to Moorish science temples. All right? After that is when Farad Muhammad taught the so-called dishonorable Elijah Muhammad. And what else did he do? He spread Islam all across America.
That's right.
One took over this side and the other took over the other side. So you got one white man spreading a false doctrine, creating division amongst our people again. You got that? Read that.
The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 20.
Read.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor,
Go ahead.
if there be any error in this people.
So it's saying if there be any sin in this people. So when you create these false doctrines and you cause God's people to follow them, what did you just put them in? Sin. You cause them to sin. Now they're not following God's laws, they're following something that was created by the so-called oppressor. Right? Read that.
And they sin against their God. Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So the other nations know, as long as we're in sin, they could conquer over us. That's exactly what that scripture just said to you, Troy. You hear that, Anthony? As long as we're in sin, we can go up against them. Go ahead.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Meaning they can conquer us as long as we're in sin. That's the reason why you had your Farad Muhammads, your Charles Tate Russells, your Joseph Smith, all of these men, your William Hirsch, all of these men created the so-called doctrines and the denominations that our people are following right now today in this land.
That's right.
That's where they came from. Research the names I just gave you. All right?
Bring it out.
Google has everything nowadays, brother.
Bring it out.
All right? Let me have...
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.